Hello, I'm MC Smith, author of historical naval fiction, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the infamous incident of October 1939, which I've covered in my first book, The Northern Blockade. It's the sinking of the battleship Royal Oak. Now, other ships sunk in that year stand out in the public's consciousness, such as SS Athenia, because she was the first ship to be sunk, HMS Courageous, because she was the first warship to be sunk, HMS Rawalpindi, because she was outmatched by two German battle cruisers and still fought valiantly to the death. But the Royal Oak is remembered to be particularly tragic because she was anchored peacefully in the impregnable safe haven of Scapa Flow when she was torpedoed by a U-boat, U-47. The fact that this U-boat managed to sneak past the defences became common knowledge very soon after the attack, and the subsequent investigation into the complacency surrounding those defences and the procedures on board ship, which contributed to the deaths of over 800 men, have been well documented by investigative committees and historians. And I have used their findings to propel three of my main characters suddenly and terrifyingly into the war. And leading up to this, I have depicted them as typically proud of their grand old ship, even though she's a creaking vintage of the First World War. I'm hoping that she will give a good account of herself if she finds herself in battle. They are in Scapa Flow, sleeping, believing themselves to be perfectly safe, when they are disturbed by a small explosion. Now, two of my characters, Lieutenant Dollimore and Able Seaman Bonner, they go to investigate along with a few other men, because miraculously they have not been called to action stations. The rest of the ship's company go back to sleep. 10 minutes later, 3 torpedoes slam into the starboard side of the ship, which leaves my characters then negotiating fires and floods within and without Royal Oak as she capsizes and sinks. It's a rude awakening for all concerned. As was the case at the time for the actual survivors, the public, the Admiralty and the Parliament, they want to know how this was allowed to happen. So they have to open up their minds to the idea that an act of this sort is only unthinkable in peacetime. In war, men will dare do things which are unthinkable in order to succeed. On a personal note, my own great-grandfather, Chief Petty Officer Henry Dollimore, served aboard Royal Oak in the 1920s towards the end of his long service, which included the duration of the First World War. I wonder how he felt when he heard that his old ship had been sunk in the manner that she had. A little sadness, perhaps, anger. Certainly a resolve to do what was necessary to win the war. In writing about the mighty oak, I hope that my words have added a little something to the remembrance that all those men deserve. Please read and enjoy.